they still got to the East Finals against Chicago. They got beaten by the Bulls, but maybe they win that. Maybe they go to the finals 4 consecutive years.
Yeah, and if he goes to Portland, Jordan doesn't make that shot against Elo, and maybe Cleveland gives the Pistons a better chance of winning back in '87.
Right.
It gives Cleveland a better chance of beating the Pistons than the Bulls did back in 1987. So coincidentally enough, Jamie, on CBSSports.com, they had a what if for every American League team.
Mm-hmm.
Every American League team. A what if.
Okay. Can I guess?
Guess what the Tigers one is?
Smoltz?
No.
So is it more recent than Smoltz?
Yes. And it was basically something that we spoke about earlier today.
Oh, so what if Phil Cope came in? Or
There you go.
Big Papi doesn't go deep?
What if a lefty faced David Ortiz? And it goes on to talk about, we mentioned, because that was on MLB Network last night. The Red Sox trailing 5-1, bottom of the 8th. Scherzer out of the game. Jose Veras, Drew Smiley, Albuquerque, and then Benoit for the home run. But it says that Jim Leyland had Phil Coke warming up in the bullpen. And if Coke wasn't going to face Ortiz in that spot, what was the point of warming him up? And Leyland said he hadn't pitched for a while. Benoit's our guy to get out the lefties. But you remember, Coke was really good against lefties, although he had some problems, in that season where he was kind of vilified in this town. So I remember Leyland saying, can you imagine if I put Coke in and he gives up the grand slam or whatever, you people be running me out of town right? But that was the Tigers' what if.
That was his last series, so he was running himself out of town anyway. He retired after that series. That's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. But it's a very easy thing to look back on and say, what if, for sure. It's interesting because I was listening to Carson Anderson, and they were doing a topic of the kind of the one that got away or the one you always have regrets over. They're talking about how, Kobe almost got traded to the Pistons, or Kevin Garnett said he would have gone to Michigan if he had gone straight to the NBA. And so this is kind of like those conversations, is the what if. I'm trying to think of a good what if for the Lions. I can't really come up with it. What if they'd signed Warren Moon instead of Scott Mitchell back in the early 90s?
There's the obvious, what if Edinger misses the field goal, Millen never gets hired, who knows how that turns out.
But if Edinger doesn't miss the field goal, then Moeller probably would have been back for the 2001 season. But then what? They still weren't really on their way to...
They still needed a quarterback.
Yeah.
Charlie Batcher, with all due respect, was still their quarterback.
And even if you could say for the Lions, what if they didn't mangle that Hitchens play in the Dallas playoff game, you can't guarantee they would have won the game because it's the Lions.
Right.
They might have found a way, and Dallas might have found a way to still win the game.
Yeah, and what about, what if they would have taken Andre Johnson instead of Charles Rogers?
Yeah, but again, they still had Joey Harrington. And there's no guarantee that they would have still taken Roy Williams and Mike Williams in the succeeding drafts, too.
Right. Yeah. Ticket text 97136. What if the Lions didn't take a fullback in the first round over Jim Kelly or Dan Marino? And that was the James Jones draft.
Okay.
Not a good pick. James Jones was an okay, but a decent football player.
Yes.
But he, wasn't Jim Kelly or Dan Marino. But,
let's take it back.
But if the Lions would have taken Jim Kelly, they wouldn't have had him right away, because why would he play in Detroit and not play in Buffalo? He went right to the USFL and played for the Houston Gamblers.
Mm-hmm. Well, what if they'd taken Aaron Donald?
That's another good one.
If they'd taken Aaron Donald, then they probably wouldn't even have jacked around with the whole Ndamukong Suh. Are we going to franchise him? Are we not? They would have they ended up not franchising him anyway. But that was coming off a year where the Lions defense was outstanding, and he would just. He's simply the best defensive player in the league. Some people think he's the best player in the league, and I don't know how being on the Rams for the Lions would have changed that, right?
John and Troy. What if the Pistons drafted Carmelo instead of the human victory cigar? Yes, we know. Would they still win the championship? We don't know.
That's the greatest what if. We view it as a negative. Other people view it as a positive. It all depends on how you look at it.
Right. What if Justin Verlander didn't try to throw 200 miles an hour at the All-Star game? 2012, the Tiger, and let's say the American League wins that. First of all, there's no guarantee they would have won the game, even if he wouldn't have given up any runs in that first inning. But let's, for argument's sake, let's say the American League does win that game, where winning the All-Star game meant home field advantage. Tigers would have had home field advantage against the Giants. 2012. You know what? In 2006, they had home field advantage against the Cardinals. That didn't mean anything. So we don't know. I guess they probably wouldn't have been swept, but there's no guarantee they would have won.
No. I do wonder the what ifs. The Tigers took care of either the Oakland A's or the New York Yankees in 6 or 7 games as opposed to 4. Because I think both the years they went to the World Series under Leland, that layoff killed them. It just absolutely killed them. Even though they could set up their rotation perfectly for the Giants World Series, because they had the clear edge when it came to starting pitching. I mean, it was preposterous. And the symmetry, not the symmetry, but the symbolism of that stupid All-Star game was it was Verlander pitching, and it was Giants who did most of the damage to him. It was Melky Cabrera, who was a Giant at the time, later suspended, and it was Pablo Sandoval, who obviously got him again in the World Series.
That's right.
They had huge hits in that first inning in that stupid All-Star game.
All right, here are quick ones. What if pass interference on Pettigrew? She didn't leave Ori open. Should have intentionally walked Big Papi in that spot, just like Bonds. No, I would disagree with that. You don't give it.
I disagree with that too.
What if the Niners draft? This isn't local, but who knows? Oh, how about that? Oh, actually, it does. What if the Niners draft Rodgers instead of Alex Smith? Lions win a division once or twice, maybe, because Rodgers is not in Green Bay.
Oh, if they draft Aaron Rodgers, I was like, Charles Rodgers was not in the same draft as Alex. I was totally confused for a second.
What if the Niners drafted Aaron Rodgers? He wouldn't be in Green Bay. That's a great one.
Yeah, that's a very good one. Yes.
What if the Lions didn't lose to the Bengals and made the playoffs in Caldwell's last year?
Good one. Very good one.
What if Eddie Murray makes the kick against the 49ers? Does the San Francisco dynasty start?
Well, they'd already won once.
Yes.
Yeah. They did lose the following week in D.C. in the AFC Championship, or NFC Championship game, so, although they got screwed on 2 bad calls, but that's neither here nor there.
Ronnie Lott wanted to beat me up in the locker room.
248-539-9797 is the telephone number. The ticket text 97136. Jamie and Stoney 97.1. The ticket.
Download the radio.com app, favorite 97.1 The Ticket, and check out the Home and Home Show with radio.com insider Ross Tucker and Dave Briggs, Swings and Misses with Jen and Cody Decker, and Scallon Pals with Brian Scalabrine. Available on radio.com. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. A radio.com sports station. Sports headlines. All day, every day. From the Hall Financial Sports Desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
This update is brought to you by Mother Waddles. Let's start with college football. As Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh, during an appearance yesterday on ESPN, was asked if he would be okay with playing games without fans in the stands at the Big House this fall.
If the choice were play or in front of no fans or not play, then I would choose play in front of no fans. And I think most of the darn every guy I've talked to on our team, that's the way they feel about it.
Meanwhile, Ohio State Athletic Director Gene Smith told reporters on a conference call yesterday that with social distancing rules in place, there's a chance that anywhere between 20 to 30,000 fans could attend games at Ohio Stadium this upcoming season if they're given the green light to do so by state health officials. Keep in mind, like the Big House, the Horseshoe has a normal capacity of more than 100,000 fans per home game. The lawsuit filed by former Michigan State recruiting coordinator Curtis Blackwell against the school and former head coach Mark D'Antonio was officially dismissed last night by U.S. District Judge Janet Neff. Neither Blackwell nor his attorneys have commented to this point about the ruling. According to a story on the Athletics website, Orlando and the Walt Disney World Resort has emerged as the frontrunner to serve as the NBA's host city if and when the 2020 season is allowed to resume. Yet to be determined, would the NBA restart with regular season games or would they go right into an expanding postseason? Denny Hamlin takes the checkered flag at the rain-shortened NASCAR race that took place last night at Darlington. That event, by the way, the first NASCAR race held on a Wednesday since 1984. From the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Tony Ortiz. For more, stay tuned to 97.1 The Ticket and radio.com.
Jamie and Stoney on 97.1 The Ticket.
Good morning. Welcome to the show. Jamie and Stoney on 97.1 The Ticket on this Thursday morning. The nice weather continues today. Sun, patchy clouds with a high of 70 degrees, and then in the 70s and maybe even up to 80 by Memorial Day. So finally. And I don't know, Memorial Days here can be hit and miss, so it's good that we have a nice little 3-day weekend apparently on the docket. Jamie Samuelson, Mike Stone, Heather Park. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Everybody's good. You?
We're all wearing black hoodies, I just realized.
I know.
That's oddly enough. Stoney's got the Philadelphia Eagles. Heather has, I think, Vail, right?
Yep.
And I got Northwestern University. So there you go. We're all wearing black.
Yes.
Are we mourning something?
Oh, we should be mourning 2020, but we're not yet. We still have more than halfway to go.
Oh God, that's depressing, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen all those memes?
Yeah, plans ones?
Yeah. My plans for
Yeah.
2020, and now the NFL's getting into it, and Brady's getting into it. Did you see that one?
No.
The
So
NFL's like, my plans for the year, and it showed like Julio Jones catching a touchdown pass, and then 2020, and then it showed Brady celebrating at the end of that Super Bowl. And the Falcons were like, what? And then Brady played the meme of Jordan laughing at the Gary Payton clip,
Right.
where he just rears his head back laughing. So there you go. We got that going for us.
Nice.
Nice. On the show today, a lot of football. Dan Orlovsky, former Lion, and of course a big-time guy at ESPN. And who knows? Maybe he'll be the next color commentator on Monday Night Football. We'll ask him that question. He probably won't answer, but he'll be joining us coming up at 7:30 this morning. And if you missed it late in the show yesterday, we talked to Adam Schefter, also from ESPN. He and Stoney did a bit of a web appearance together last night. We'll get the details on that coming up. Anyway, if you missed that conversation, we'll have the for you at 6:30. Now, one of the three of us blatantly broke the law yesterday. Heather, was it you?
You would think it might be me, but it wasn't.
No, I wouldn't necessarily think it might be you.
No.
It was
that
not me, so that leaves Stoney.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know if I broke the law or I was an accomplice.
Ooh.
I like this.
Right? Well, here's what happened. And the names will be held to protect the innocent or not innocent. I arranged to get a haircut yesterday in my garage.
Somebody came to your home and cut your hair in your garage. Interesting.
Yeah.
Can we guess who it was?
No.
Does this
It wasn't-
person cut hair for a living? Or was it just a
Yes.
random person?
No, this
Okay.
person who I've known for a little bit who does cut hair for a living.
Okay.
So it wasn't like Mitch Albom?
No, it wasn't Harry Glands for Capital Mortgage haircuts. I
Yeah.
know you have to take a haircut at your job. I'll give you one too.
It wasn't Dan Burke?
Oh, yeah, no, it wasn't.
No.
They're everywhere. You know, haircuts in Farmington and Grosse Ile.
When I see their television commercial, it's always Harry who's yapping away, and I see Dan in the background actually doing the work. So that's why I thought Dan might be in his side doing some haircuts. But anyway, go ahead.
That's true, because I had this appearance, well, a web appearance yesterday, like you mentioned with Adam Schefter, and I wanted to look somewhat, reasonable, because my hair's out of control. And yeah, I probably could have, just taken like a shower right before and slicked my hair back. But you know what? I said, and I don't want to wear a hat. I didn't want